Jordan with Pinebox Customs here. Just wanted to take a quick minute and give you a little bit of an update, as well as kind of fill you in on what happened in 2023. If you don't know, I'm sure you do, 2023 I was mostly focused on a subscription I did. So if you want to see a little more details, it's a little too late now, so you probably don't want to, but this time, or I guess November of 2022, I released something called the Small Batch series. This is a subscription pedal that essentially I put out a new pedal every single month, and people subscribe to it, and got a new pedal every month. New pedal, new artwork, so on and so forth. Mostly went without hiccups. We had a supply issue on the final two, supply chain issue, aka USPS losing something and DHL losing something around Christmas time. So that being said, largely successful. Was a lot of fun to do it. Quite an undertaking, but a lot of fun nonetheless. The Small Batch series was really my main focus of 2023. I put most of what I had into that. There really wasn't a whole lot of time for anything else, given that it's a new pedal every month. The project was a lot of fun. It was a hit. It was a success. You all seemed to enjoy it. Didn't have anything negative come out of it whatsoever. I would like to take a minute and just thank each and every one of you that did subscribe, as well as those who maybe couldn't subscribe but offered words of encouragement or just excitement over what I was doing last year and with the pedals that I was putting out. It was really cool to see. Really nice to have the support, especially with things in our industry moving a little slower these days still. Really helped me get by, helped me continue to do what I love, helped me continue to put food on the table and keep me afloat in a small business. So as much gratitude as I could possibly display to you, it was just great. So Small Batch was the major focus of 2023, but I did put out a couple of other things. Easy Free, which is a new chorus. I didn't really have time to promote it to the extent that I should have. It's amazing. It's my chorus sound. It's the best chorus sound I've heard. Really like it. Sirens, is a classic, a cult classic really with me, and I still love that one. I do think that Easy Free offers quite a bit more tonal superiority, if I could say. It's just lush, it's nice, it's smooth, just makes everything sound great, really tight. It's a good one, worth checking out. If you aren't aware of the look, this is Easy Free. Really like these graphics. This is something that's a little bit different than I've done in the past, where it's a little bit more blocky and simplistic, almost like an old advertisement of sorts, but I was still able to get quite a bit of detail in the game arcade graphic there. Really like the look of this, and it may come as no surprise, a lot more of my stuff coming out in the future is probably going to be leaning more in that direction. Another thing that I know I've worn out at this point that I put out was Standard Deviation. This was quite an undertaking. It is a reverb, which I haven't really done before, and then of course a little bit of dirt, because that's my thing. Really like it, had a good response. It takes quite a while to build these, so especially the testing phase, and just takes a little while. So this is probably not one that I'm just gonna make a ton of, but when I can, and when I'm feeling inspired to do it, or if enough people are asking, I'll be pumping these out. These are both part of my full line. So that's new stuff that came out towards the end of last year. A few other things. I have 2 releases planned now, like very soon. Essentially things that I did not have time to release last year that, you know, I'm going to release them this year. I still get inspired to make artwork and circuits and things like that. I just did not have the time to put anything into production or really the energy after small batch. So you'll see quite a few releases early in the year this year. The one of which, I'm not going to say too much yet. I posted a video in 2022, I believe. It could have been 2021. But essentially I posted a video that was kind of teasing an overdrive I've been working on, and I was planning on having that out a year and a half, 2 years ago. It just didn't happen. It wasn't there. It wasn't where I wanted it, and now it is. So that is next. You should be able to hear some things on that here in the next couple of weeks. It's wonderful. Also love the artwork. So after that, I have probably the most exciting pedal that I have ever worked on coming out. I shouldn't say that. It's not finalized. It's very close, and it is a pretty large project, not the typical things that I do, so I'm having to get a little bit of help from outside sources just to, you know, with it being a little bit more than I'm comfortable with engineering-wise, I want to make sure that I'm not going to put something out and have a bunch of warranty issues, so I'm having a few people scan over it and make sure everything's good. Also doing quite a bit of testing on that one. It's very expensive to put together. I want to make sure that I'm not burning anything out and it's going to last you a long time. So I have one of them burning in the background that's been on for about a week, and you know, we'll just kind of see what happens there. The other thing is a lot of information here, sorry. I have spent quite a bit of time doing graphics as well as other things. I really am kind of hoping to step more into that role going forward, do a little bit more of it than I've had time to do in the past. Ultimately, that's something that I really enjoy and would like to spend more time doing. So after these next few releases come out, things might be a little slower to get out, maybe not quite as many runs as my focus may be on a few other things, but pedals are coming. The best stuff that I've ever made is coming or currently out. I'm really liking where my line is headed at the moment, and I guess where I've been headed for the last year. So with that information, there are a few things that I will be discontinuing as soon as I have time to take an inventory of what I have and I guess figure out a pricing structure that can make you happy as well as you know, still be enough for me to make on them. But I am going to do a I guess you call it a blowout sale, something like that, on the Wild series as well as Motel. And I don't want to say too much yet, but I'm really considering putting it into Sirens. It is still selling. It's just something that I'm not that excited about making anymore, and I think it kind of shows, you know, when I barely ever put them out and don't really promote it. You know, I've built over 2,000 of them at this point, and you know, I have another chorus in the line that I do believe is superior to it, so kind of playing with that idea, because that's not to say that I can't make them in the future, you know, do a run a year or something like that, but as far as keeping stock levels up at all times, when it's just me, it's really impossible to do that. with that many things in the line. So if there are things that aren't quite as exciting to me anymore, or things that aren't selling the way they used to, it really makes no sense for me to keep them around. That being said, the Wild series will absolutely have a replacement. Maybe not 4. I don't really know yet. I just know that one of my favorite things to do circuit-wise is to play around with fuzz, especially to create the best fuzz tones that I can. I love texturing different layers and love fuzz. So there will be something in the future in regards to fuzz in the lineup. Hopefully not limited. I really don't like doing these limited edition drops all the time. I would like to keep a consistent line, get everybody a chance to get one, until, you know, everybody who wants one has gotten one, and then kind of work its way out naturally. So it could be a limited edition thing. Hopefully not, probably not, and that's something to look forward to if you're into fuzz, especially if you like the way that I tune fuzz pedals and dirt circuits in general. Keep an eye out for that. What else? I really think that's about it. I'm excited for what this new year is bringing. I really am excited to kind of get back to my normal line and kind of, I guess, you know, put a little bit more focus and effort into things that are accessible to everyone, and really excited about this new stuff coming out. So as always, if you have any questions, if you have really anything, any concerns or questions about what's coming, or want to make sure you get in to these releases, just subscribe to my newsletter. You'll always get the information there first. Of course, keep an eye out on my Instagram. Trying to do more Facebook, trying to reach as many people as I possibly can. I really don't like social media. I look at a screen so much now that the last thing I want to do is spend more time scrolling and looking at a screen. But, you know, I do my best to communicate everything there. I think that's about it. Subscribe to the newsletter. Keep an eye on my website. Keep an eye on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, those things. And yeah, that's about it. I hope you're having a great new year. I hope that you are, you know, still enjoying making music and making new music. And I always need playlists. So if you're in a band using my pedals or not, if you're recording anything, shoot me a link. I'd love to hear it. And yeah, that's about it. Have a great week. Have a great year. And I'll be back with updates when they're available. Thanks.